morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
You look very pretty today.
Thank you, Ike. Thank you.
Banta, I'm just here.
You're welcome.
Guess what?
What? You found one.
You know, they tell you that when you wake up in the morning, the older you get, you should sit down for a few minutes.
Before you get up.
Before you get up. Today, maybe I sat down for about 5 seconds. Do you know that when I got up, I staggered, I bumped into the wall, the chair. Oh, it remains small, I would have...
Your face.
My brain is automated, so I just jump up. But I think I've read that thing, that you should give yourself a while. There's one time, they even say you should use it to reflect, but I never do it. But now I can.
Like today was the first time.
I'll do it. I'll start doing it conscious. Maybe I'll start on Friday, because it's impossible in the other days of the week. It's okay.
It's just a few minutes. It's not like a whole long time.
Just about a minute
before you get up, so that the blood, you know.
Yeah, I will learn it. I'll try. I'm just grateful to God. Yesterday was work day. I'm behind deadlines again as usual with all the wahala that I gathered. We'll meet it up. I'm going to the office.
How are you?
I'm good. Yes, yesterday we celebrated Mabel's birthday, a friend of mine. With praise and worship. So I'd had a long day, traveled, tired, but then it was such a joy to be in the presence of God, dance and dance and dance. So joyful. And then I got home really late, and I sat down, drank my chilled bottle of malt, even though I felt guilty about it. But then I now ended it with my chilled mangoes. Hi.
I'm so happy.
It's nothing like that.
Now to chop life.
Yeah.
How are you, my dear?
For me, it's with heavy heart that I sit here with what is happening in Just, you know.
I was going to ask you.
I'm performing this joyfulness because my heart is in my mouth. I have serious PTSD from what I know can happen when things like this happen in Just. So as we know, people were killed in Just. Bandits, terrorists, whatever it is that they call them these days,
land grabbers,
drove through a community and shot people. This is not a remote area. Let me just say it's like a Bode Thomas or like a VI or something, you know, where young people are just walking around, and that's how their lives were just cut short. And it's really scary. Just North is under 48-hour curfew. They've done 24 hours now, and the people are angry. And for me, it's just the fear of what will happen because people are tired. They're saying, how long will we keep taking this? And I know what happened, you know, some years back when people just thought, you know, were tired. It becomes even worse than what we're seeing today. I need the government to do its job. We're tired of just burying people. We're tired of wiping tears. We're tired of condoling with people. We just want you to stop this. I have family in Jos. I'm on the phone checking. Hope you are awake this morning. Hope you slept well. You know, you just never know. Because my mom was saying that there was someone that she was working with who was caught up in that thing. He's dead today. Just went out for suya and then you're gone. Because a group of people can just drive past your community, shoot at you, and then move on, and then we say we're sorry.
And nothing will happen.
I'm just tired. Nobody was able to chase them down and catch them. It's a problem for me.
Miriam, they were not there for 5 minutes. They were there for about almost an hour. And you didn't catch them, killing people for almost an hour. They said there's a police station nearby. There's a police station nearby. And they didn't catch them. And they will do it. No repercussion.
No repercussion. We cannot say anything because what I'm saying, you need to understand, we have given excuses of remote areas. This is not a remote area. There's no how you can say just some group of people will pass through that area and then nobody is able to identify them. We should have been arresting them. They should have been caught. I'm just tired. Like you don't know how it's...
I thought of you when I was reading it. I even wanted to text you. Miriam, this is your town now. And I've been hearing it on the news that it's not a remote area.
It's not. It's not.
No.
Everybody has been saying
and if nothing is done, this is the next set of people to do the same thing. Like, it's crazy.
And it's because it is not happening directly to any of us, and we are not,
you know. Direct now.
No, I mean when I say any of us, I don't mean like us here. I mean like government people. They are not living in that
reality.
Yes,
it's not their reality.
It's not their reality. So, it's Miriam's reality right now.
The worst that can happen, and I hope it doesn't get to that point, is we are trying as a community to start living with each other. Now they have planted a seed of discord, of suspicion. Now we are blaming each other. Before you know it, reprisals and all sorts of things. We need to step in. This is not child's play anymore. This is real life. This is real life. I don't know how else to say it. It's real life. It's people's lives. Somebody can wake up today and they are no more. And to think you can lose a family because somebody is not
doing his job.
Because somebody thinks that they can just walk through your life and just shoot at you.
And because people are not doing their jobs, because if they were doing their jobs. And I will not
intelligence reports that kind of thing was about to happen.
I will not forget what Abacha said. Abacha said if there is any uprising more than 24 hours, government is involved.
Yes. Exactly. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll look at today's papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. We're looking at the top stories for today, and we're starting with the nation, 100 aids. What do we have in the nation?
Okay, I have the appropriation bill. So according to the nation, they say barring any last-minute changes, the National Assembly is expected to pass into law our appropriation bill of 58.472 trillion for the 2026 budget. And they said that funding of the extended 2024 and 2025 Appropriation Act capital implementation rolled over will terminate today. So the extension, of course, was approved by both chambers. They're looking at if there's an approval by both chambers, and they'll most likely pass it into law today or tomorrow. They said the appropriation bill was laid by the Appropriation Committee of the Senate and the House of Reps today before members. And maybe the House is supposed to, both houses are supposed to reconvene today after the short summer break. And they're planning to also go on an Easter break. So they're looking at passing this into law before the Easter break. One of the sources also said that the lawmakers are looking to do their business with the budget so that it will give them time to concentrate on their re-election, consultation, and campaign in view of the electoral timetable published by INEC last week. And Senate would then go on go on another break. So I'm just, taking this story with my mind on just, how the way the matter was reported, it didn't capture any of the lawmakers saying we need to extend sitting. We would work.
It's very difficult.
Allow us when we
because in Ondo State, Amotekun has just arrested 11 kidnapped suspects, and this is in Ondo State. This was during a crackdown on criminals. 2 victims of rape were rescued. The commander of the corps, Adetunji Adele, made this known yesterday. he paraded the suspects. He said 3 of the suspects were linked to human trafficking, and they had defrauded a woman of 1.4 million CFA francs. They promised to facilitate her travel from Togo to Nigeria and securing a Canadian visa. They held her hostage for about 2 weeks before she escaped and reported the case. So at least in Ondo State, this is why I'm linking it to Jos. At least we are seeing some action. We are seeing some results. We are not seeing anything.
Kwara too. Nothing is happening.
Kwara, Jos, Kaduna.
Plateau State, not just the whole of Plateau State. Nearly every week we read paper.
And then they beat the governor yesterday now.
Anyway, with this next news, let's hope that something is going to start happening. The Northern States Governors Forum (NSGF) has reaffirmed its support for the establishment of the state police to tackle the region's security challenges. The forum's chairman, who is also the Gombe State Governor, Mohammed Yahaya, announced this at the forum's meeting yesterday in Abuja. The Gombe governor noted that modern security threats required localized, intelligence-driven responses. He said that we have consistently maintained that the nature and complexity of the security challenges that they face require localized intelligence responses, and that's the only way that they can effectively provide the security that they need. He also hailed the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for working with the National Assembly to create a framework, a constitutional framework for them to be able to have the state police. The forum also reiterated that they've agreed as a forum to contribute up to 1 billion naira monthly, but that these contributions has varied so far. They stated that, and praised Nasarawa, Gombe, Borno, Kebbi, and Kaduna states for meeting their obligations, urging others to do theirs promptly so that, they can kickstart, what they have to do. And most importantly, he also stated that insecurity in northern Nigeria is deeply intertwined with issues of illiteracy, poverty, unemployment, and underdevelopment. And if that they can achieve lasting peace, then they have to invest massively and deliberately.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Our music and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit no fit scatter. Hope now that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope now the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her. Naija, your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. On TVC Entertainment.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. We're still reviewing the top stories in the papers. And we're looking at the Punch. Major headline in the Punch. Military gets 2.3 trillion naira special funding amid security crisis. 5 fuel vessels arrive Lagos amid supply worries. Violence erupts in South Africa over alleged Igbo king coronation. Leadership editor-in-chief bags NUJ award. 2 ministers resign to contest elections. Canada hikes resident citizenship fees for Nigerians and others. INEC okays Wike PDP bloc. Court bars Turaki. Kwankwaso ADC gears up for 2027 showdown with Tinubu. And the picture story here is the governor of Plateau State in an armored tank and visiting those who are in hospital. And you can also see corpses of those who were caught up in the attack.
So I have a picture story. So NMDPRA, after assuring us of local production capacity to take care of domestic refining, to take care of our to be sufficient for our oil consumption and our fuel demand, had granted a license to certain businesses to import about 180,000 metric tons of PMS. And so because of that, ships, at least 5 of them, 5 were received at the MPA at our ports in Lagos, and it was confirmed by the Punch. They said according to the latest Nigerian, that's the MPA daily shipping position as obtained by the Punch, we have 5 of them now, and they are landed with about 95,000 metric tons of PMS and automotive gas oil, diesel. And this is, of course, to come in and mitigate whatever needs that we have. The NMDPRA did not explain why they went ahead to approve this. There's no proper, except that they kept taking account of, the oil jetties that arrived each, and how much load they were carrying. But they had lifted the ban on fuel imports, according to the Punch. Federal government had lifted the ban on fuel imports and granted 6 new licenses for the importation of petrol, following concerns over our geopolitical tension in the Middle East. And the move said it marks a sharp reversal of Nigeria's recent policy aimed at reducing dependence on imported oil. I don't see this as a solution. I see this as, managing a problem, because we cannot depend on outside to secure inside.
Yeah.
Whatever we need to do, let's secure inside. The only reason Iran is fighting this fight more than as expected, more than 2 days that we thought it would end, is because they had found a way to depend solely on themselves. God help us.
Yes. So with today's deadline for cabinet members and appointees of the government seeking elective offices to resign, expectations mount over who will step down to pursue elective offices ahead of the 2027 elections. The directive mandating political appointees to resign at the latest has triggered intense speculation. But so far, the resignation so far are that of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Toga, and the Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs, Yusuf Sunono. This has also heightened anticipation. The Toga, who hails from Gamawa local government area of Bauchi State, who resigned on Monday to pursue governorship of Bauchi State. We weren't told what the other minister has resigned to do, but hopefully within the coming weeks we'll know what his intentions are.
Why, do you have a story?
Yeah, I took the violence erupting in South Africa. They had started with peaceful protests. It was in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa. They had started with peaceful protests. They were protesting the Igbo traditional ruler. We took the story last week where he had been crowned, and they had said it was not constitutional. It was they said it was described as a violation of the province's sovereignty and constitutional order, and they recognized their own traditional structures. So the protest started peacefully. Then suddenly their heads just turned. They started to touch houses, not houses, shops of foreign nationals, especially their cars, all the cars of the foreign nationals. They touched everything. The police had to intervene. buildings that belong to them, and they were protesting against the installation of the king.
And I hear that at least 2 people were taken to hospital who were injured as well.
People really were injured, several vehicles destroyed, and the police had to come in.
But why are we coronating kings in
I don't know.
South Africa?
But must we even coronate? Shebi is here that you are supposed to come
It's not by land that you're king. Do you become king without owning land?
You need to understand why we're
and you
doing
know
this.
South Africans, they use head.
Let's go.
They don't react with anything calculating.
You know, they already have that xenophobic
bias.
Yes, against. It's not even just it's against all foreign nationals.
African nationals,
except
not white. Yes. Let's move on to our next paper. The Daily Sun. Major headline: tears flow in Plateau over midnight terror attack. PDP crisis: court hammers to Raki-led faction from accessing secretariat. Afenifere to Southwest governors integrate local hunters into security architecture. Tension in Kano as Kwankwaso joins ADC, urges supporters to vote for change. Southeast LP women back OT. Usman pledge mobilization for party programs. Nigeria's power crisis worsens despite 501 billion naira bond backing. And then 2027, don't destroy Nigeria, Okonkwo, Oriseja for others, tell politicians. What do we have in the Sun, please?
Okay, so I have the power crisis worsens. So the Sun captures with this article written by Adewale Soyolu. It says the federal government 501 billion power bond that was introduced to to abate our situation with this power matter has done nothing. It says that as of 3 p.m. yesterday, data tracking on the Nigerian Independent System Operator grid data portal showed a peak generation of a paltry 2,771.04 megawatts, and it says industry observers and are considered core challenges undermining the sector as chronic liquidity shortfall, weak distribution infrastructure, gas supply constraints, and mounting market debt, and they remained worse, largely unresolved, largely despite this bond issuance. Power companies, that's Gencos, continue to operate below capacity while citing unpaid invoices. We still have that one on one side. We still also have the Disco struggling with high technical and commercial losses on the other side. So I think we should read the Sun, but we would like the Minister for Power and decision makers to also read this article. Maybe it will shift their mind on the possible best solution.
Okay, so I have the story of the 14-year-old boy who tried to stay away at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, but was intercepted by the airport police command yesterday. I don't know what he's running from. Whether he's running from the heat. He's running from the heat.
Where did he want to stay away?
So
is it the cargo?
Yes, cargo.
He will die before he reaches that side.
He does not know. He's too young. Yes, 14. The minor was discovered on the airport tarmac while attempting to gain access beneath an aircraft. Preliminary findings indicate that the juvenile entered a restricted area of the airport without authorization, contrary to Section 2 and 3 of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria FAN bylaws, and engaged in actions consistent with a stowaway attempt. Although they're telling us that they followed due process and established child protection procedures while questioning him, they made sure that they brought his parents, informed his parents, brought them, and they were right in front of the boy and with them when he was questioned. And then they said that, that they also ensured that the minor was provided with appropriate care, support and welfare considerations throughout the process. The Commissioner of Police Airport Police Command, CP Ogunbode, has now also stated that they really have to, they are emphasizing that people should be careful in terms of movement around restricted and high-risk environments such as the airports, and that they're going to look into it through the juvenile courts.
Okay, I will take the tears flow in Plateau State, but I'm taking the story from The Nation. This just to cover all the stories have that story.
All the papers.
So it says the Plateau State Governor has imposed a 48-hour curfew on just North local government. The Commissioner for Information confirmed this. She said that the curfew followed the attack on Gariya Waye community in Angwan Rukuba last Sunday, resulted in the loss of 28 lives with several others wounded. the curfew took effect on Sunday, will end tomorrow. The government, under the leadership of the government, has said that has strongly condemned the barbaric and unprovoked attack on innocent citizens and assures public that all necessary measures are being taken to apprehend the perpetrators and bring them to justice. We'll hold you to that, sir. Citizens are urged to remain calm, stay vigilant, and cooperate fully with security agencies by providing any useful information that may aid ongoing investigations. The University of Jos has been closed indefinitely, which is very smart because that's where our university students are. And usually when things like that happen in that area, the school is close to that area. Many hostels, many university students are usually in that area. So usually when things like this break out, it affects our children in school. So it's good that, you know, that is a form of protecting these children. So the schools have been closed. The school has been closed indefinitely. Members of the university community are advised to be very vigilant and extra careful with their movements on and off campus with immediate effect. I mean, former Vice President Atiku has condemned the attack, can react, you know, just the usual. What I would like to hear is that these people have been arrested. Simple. We would like to see that they've been arrested, and then enough of this already. Enough.
And when you're condemning the attack, nobody is saying it's a good idea. So all that condemn is just...
Yes, we all condemn it. We'll be condemning it forever.
No, you also
it's action we want. Don't condemn. Just action. Nobody's going to say it's a good thing now.
All right, let's go on.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, we're done. That's all we can take in the papers today.
I just wanted to say our AIG, our CP has been promoted to AIG.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. That's all we can take from the papers this morning. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look to our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Sound, are you ready?
And the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Harrassing and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake logs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVcentertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for?
No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post this before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always latest.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined
Active.
Jess is right. What you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot can for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping. Now hope,
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge.
Thank you for staying with us. So a place of learning now becoming a theater of cruelty. Just days ago, disturbing footage captured boys bullying fellow students at Medium Education Center in Edo State. Then in Benue State, at Wisdom Secondary School in Aliade, another viral video showed female students stripping a fellow girl naked, humiliating her and subjecting her to sexual harassment. No assumptions, no speculation. These are scenes captured on camera. 2 different schools, 2 different states, one growing concern. So we ask again, what exactly is happening in our schools? Because from what we can see, this behavior is no longer confined to, one gender or one area of the country. It is spreading, it's being normalized, and is becoming a dangerous culture. Before we go further, we would like to take a look at the video. I would like to call for the video. Oh, okay. We apologize for that. We don't have the video yet, but we would like for you to join the conversation on 0201-635-2013 and 0902-4163-440. You can tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag GOTV, and we're streaming live on YouTube. Ladies, here, another story of children doing the worst to each other. And here, girls this time around. Usually when we hear bullying, there's a way we lump them. It's boys school. But then you now see girls going even further, I would say, than what boys have done to each other. What is happening? What were your initial reactions when you saw the video?
Okay, so, when I saw this video, I asked myself certain questions, which are, one, are schools no longer the safe place that they're supposed to be for children, right? As in, the operative word here is children, okay? Secondly, when cruel acts like this happen, who do we blame? Do we blame the school? Do we blame the children? Do we blame the parents? You know, you have to ask these questions. And then lastly, is this becoming a normal thing across schools? And is it that certain punishments are not being meted, or the right punishments are not being meted out? Or even if the right punishments are meted out, is it that they are not strong enough for us to continue having this repetitive pattern, right? Because what actually stood out for me is not just that there was a bullying. It was the intentionality and the performative action in the bullying, where they did what they did. They made sure that they had camera, they recorded it. I don't understand this madness of camera content. What are children in secondary school? Where do they have their personal phones on them? Because I want to believe that schools should have their rules and regulations where kids have the days or the times they speak to their parents, and they can go to the housemaster or house mistress's office to call their parents. Why should a child in boarding school have a personal phone? Because I heard I was somewhere and I heard something where a mother actually said that her child doesn't like to use the general phone
because
to call, that she likes to use her personal phone. And then you still give that child personal phone. So you see, the issues are not just from the children. I always say it on this table, parenting. Parents are no longer parenting. Because why should my child come and tell me that you don't want to use, who are you, that you don't want to use the general phone? Why do you want to have your personal phone? Then you now have access to social media and websites that you have no business having at that age. Maybe because they are not restrictive. I don't know whether you're going on pornography sites. I don't know the nonsense you're learning. Instead of reading your books, you might be playing games and doing all sorts of things. So you can see that these are the issues. So when we come back to the government on issues of bullying, you know, because regardless of how we look at it, it's a crime. I think there should be across board a particular punishment for this type of behavior, where a child loses 1 year. You cannot, and then your name is printed out, or there should be maybe an information site where that your parents can no longer, where your parents can no longer even take you from that school and go and register in another school. You must lose 1 year and be under your mates. So something has to be done. If not, this will continue. It's so sad.
So this is just, you know, watching that video, I saw how nobody tried to help the girl. Yes. So what we've normalized from the young ones, so there's a societal problem for me. The young ones have normalized the humiliation of a colleague to that extent. I don't want to believe whatever she did, because we've seen stupid videos of parents escorting their daughters to go and fight the girl that hijacked their boyfriend. Yes, that one circulated one time, of a man who was a professor in a school, in university, escort his daughter to go and beat up another girl for what he considered that she took his daughter's boyfriend. So such humiliation are things that were now permissive up to the extent of this kind of thing. Because in a home where such a thing is not permitted, one child would have helped that girl cover up. Our mothers in the market in those days, if a mother were to go mad or have epilepsy, you will see everybody strip their second wrapper, which is why we are known for our 2 wrappers, and cover up the shame of that person. Or you even see a dead body dumped and, you know, abandoned. People will stop by and cover up the shame of a dead body. So what our youths are now normalizing is humiliating another one. Boys were watching. There was a boy in the video, and all the girls of the same gender were having fun. Pictures captured in between the videos shows that they were all laughing and calling it fun, while the young girl was fully naked, trying to hide her body. And for me, this is societal. It is something threatening to me. I sit my kids down every time. I always say to them, if there's a group of people carrying out anything against one person, don't join them. And make sure you report them. Because we see one person now say that in the Benedio video, there was a guy who was making the video shouting, boss, trying to calm the big boy down. He couldn't take the cane from him. He was saying boss.
To do without upsetting him.
Yes. So we'll get to the supervision part of the schools and why they would not do so. Because my school is like the Atlantic now. And we used to have to trek from like the Galleria all the way to this place. That was the distance between my house and school. And in between that place, you know, you cannot fly your uniform. You cannot. You cannot take off your socks before you get home. You will walk into your father's compound, your house, before you take or fly your uniform. Exactly. So that was supervision. We feared it because the people who suffer the consequence of being caught at it, they know what their eyes saw. We will see them paraded at the, or the assembly ground in the morning on the parade ground and dealt with. So it was standard. Everybody knew how to behave. But for these children, this is not the first time I'm seeing something like this. There are schools along the Badagry Expressway at Alafia, Orile, where you will see students face another school and be throwing stones. There was a day somebody hit my old car then on the roof with a cutlass when the students were having those their fracas and whatever. And it was allowed. There was nothing to abate until they tire themselves and walk home. Nothing will be done. So we see this one now lead their classmates to a place. Strip her for whatever reason. I don't want to know what she must have done. Strip her, enjoy it, videoed it, had fun, even though they saw a boy there. Even if you want to strip her as women, did you not feel shame that she was fully naked and there was a boy watching? So it was certainly to humiliate. And this is something that we should worry about, because if this were to be permitted to continue, there's stupid videos, and I blame a lot of things on this freedom of social media these days. Everybody posts everything. Some young children will see these videos and never watch your view and never know that it is wrong to allow such a thing happen. Some parents will see their kids involved in this and the child will come on and the child will eat 3 square meals that day.
I'm telling you, how dare you? You will starve.
You go enter house, you go see chop, you go see allow and sleep. As in that child, in some homes, we did not even do things like this. We used to wait outside for people that we 2, 3 to beg our parents.
But we've had some
you made videos and you made it circulate. Because social media is the new gold.
We've heard of some parents even encouraging or commending their children for being bullies. So there are different kinds of things. And then, you know, earlier Amaka was saying something about using their phones. I hear you, and that's valid. But if they didn't have their phones, that girl would have been humiliated, violated like that, and would not know about it. Do you understand? Or no one would believe her. At least with this, there's evidence to be able to follow up on the girls. YK, what were your initial thoughts?
I don't really have any initial thoughts, except that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's what we cannot accept. They should carry the students if they can find them and punish them.
Of course.
Yeah. I understand YK. YK is like in the midst of all the things that are happening. This one, you know, for me, I feel, Nima, you said something about how it impacts society. There's just so much violence happening around us, and our children are watching. And if they carry how we behave with each other and take it to their schools, who is to blame, really? How do we address when violence is carried out in the real world amongst us adults? If we don't do anything about it, if we just condole with people, then what do we expect the younger people to do?
It's leadership by example.
But
let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Now hope they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit in no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin where they read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for her.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Harrassing and Rema now.
You do. Thank you for staying with us. The question is, are we raising children that are desensitized to violence and humiliation?
Yes. Because we raise our children with what we say, not as much as what we do. And then we leave them to what they see people do on social media. There are more videos of child minor violence like this circulating social media. So whether we like it or not, social media is shaping our culture. Whether we are ready for it or not, it is right now shaping our culture, particularly this black musical tone social media page. What that page does, every stupid thing, it is unchecked, nothing is working checked there. No person is rated of mental capacity before they post anything. And so we see a lot of nonsense happening. There's these small films that, people will shoot as this thing, small skits that they pop up on this particular thing. Whenever I go there and they pop, I will just log out. I've never been able to use that particular social media since my sister forced me to open it. But I see how they pop up. I see how dangerous. My fear is open it, go and do something, and then you come back and your child is on it. I was just watching this girl's video yesterday, and my husband said, please check something for me. And I got up. And the next I saw my son over my phone.
Yeah, of course.
I panicked to my phone. Because that's where we are right now. So we will watch, we will now have to educate our child, sit our child down, talk about it. And whether we like it or not, that's what most parents do not know. When you now give a child unhindered, unrestricted, unchecked phone access, social media, they might think that, dancing is okay to dance today, but these videos pop up, and tomorrow a child is fully enraged, knows nothing about how to control self, gathers her friends for whatever reason, and finds it funny. That one person is not laughing, every other person is having fun, and they're stripping her.
Is this behavior really, do we blame it solely on social media and access to social media?
No,
isn't
not
social
solely.
media and showing us what was hidden before?
Exactly. I think so. I believe what you're saying. That on one side, social media is showing us what was hidden before. And then secondly, because of this promotion and payment of social media and the craziness of having to create content, people are now coming up with all sorts of nonsense. And you find out that negative content actually goes viral more than, the positive ones. That being said, we also come from a culture where there's so many domestic violence that happen in Africa, even in Nigeria, as So when you count like 10 families, if you find out that up to five homes, the father beats the mother. Okay. So it becomes normal to these kids in their mind, like, mommy and daddy are fighting today, or daddy slapped mommy, or things like the fight. So they don't see violence as a bad thing per se, the fighting thing. They don't see the negative. But the core of the matter and the issue here is this, right? I've not seen where perpetrators of issues like this, when it comes to kids, the juvenile courts, I've not seen the punishments. We're not speaking about it well enough, okay? Even in situation where in Lagos that happened, where that boy died, to today, nothing really, we've not really gotten more information as to what really happened to those children. What was the punishment? Did they lose something? Was something taken away from them? Were their names published and are people still talking about it so that they know that, it's part of their record that they did this type of thing? we need to. So it's okay. It's one thing now that violence amongst kids now is somehow being normalized. One, not just being normalized, they are now making sure that they record it and publish on social media. You know, that one is, I don't even know. But lastly, the burden now is the solution.
Yeah.
What are we doing as the people to curb this issue? If parents are not parenting, that's on one side.
Yes.
Because you're not in control of who your kids will mix with, okay, in school.
All right. All right. Let me take this call from Captain Kingsley from Ottawa. Good morning, Captain.
Yeah, good morning, please. Congratulations on your messages and your view.
Thank you.
I really want to contribute on this particular matter of this student attack on the other students that was stripped naked.
Please go ahead, make your contribution.
Yes, and I'm also making a reference to the last one where the other school boys went to a corner and started beating up each other. You see, we parents have to be very educative to our children.
Yes, sir.
The language we use in the military is defense is the best form of attack.
Okay.
So teach your children to be able to defend themselves. And for you to defend yourself, you have to attack. Teach your children to be able to attack. Teach them to be able to attack whatever level. An attack is not just limited to maybe using instruments. No. Your voice alone can be an attack.
Your voice.
So when anybody is being taken in that particular atmosphere, you need to shout. If you cannot shout, give your children pepper spray in their pocket to anywhere they go. They could spray it on those people before even the conference, before they take them to wherever they are going. So don't just leave your children to be a victim. Don't leave them to be a victim. Equip them. They should be equipped, one, to use their voice to make noise. They can shout before we are taken to anywhere. Even those who are in the camp of terrorists, because you allow yourself to be taken, you can shout. If you find out that it's getting to a point of attack, attack. Let there be noise, let there be commotion. Somebody will come around. People will say, what is happening? Instead of them taking you to a corner, you allow yourself to be taken to a corner. Why would they not humiliate you? Why would they not strip you naked? Why would they not beat them and injure them? You understand me? Like my children, they are equipped. I give them pepper spray in their pocket anywhere they go, and at the same time, I allow them to shout. Use your voice. Your voice is a good form of attack. So let them know how to shout and make proper noise whenever danger is coming. Please, that's one I want you to communicate to the schools. And those schools, or wherever they are happening, the proprietors or the proprietress or the manager of the school should be brought to book. Even the teachers there should also be brought to book. They should be affected and they should perceive in the punishment. Because why should they be there? Not monitoring. Not monitoring. Not overseeing. Why should they give a time interlude to students to be on their own? No, there is a problem. And those teachers, some of them are cultists too. They allow this use because they get reward and they get gain. So please, that is my view. Thank you for your view.
Thank you, Captain. I really like that one where he says defense, your voice. You know, yes, I don't know about pepper spray if we're allowed, you know, constitutionally, if we're allowed to equip our children with.
It depends on your trauma. When I was in SS2, we were going to write GC. There was a lesson we were frequenting, and girls were being raped. So 2-3 incidents had happened, and we're talking to my dad, father of girls, what did you think he did? We're made to wear shorts under every dress we wore, and we're made to carry a knife. He gave me a foldable knife. Okay. So depends on your trauma and whatever you think you're living. I don't blame him. I see him as a parent, and because society is no longer communal, you have to now help yourself and protect yourself. But then, you know, I say we'll come back to the school. We need to now make sure that if every child seated considers an evil, they can recognize this evil, that it is not play. That's where we'll start from.
Exactly.
So each child must understand that if 2-3 children, let me even start with toddlers, are playing, and one is crying, I'm not doing it again, they've cheated me, it's no longer play. Because only 2 of you or 3 of you are having fun. As opposed to saying, your wallet is too much, you are no longer, you're a sport. Yeah. All of those kind of things, you have to teach your child empathy early, so that nobody here was able to run in between this video. I don't know what happened after, and get somebody. Even if they couldn't have prevented. He was watching the video. He was following them.
There was a boy that was carrying like clothes to cover the girl up. I saw the boy. He was holding something as if he was trying to...
Was he not throwing the clothes?
It looked as if he was running towards them to cover her. I saw that. you know, and the video ended, you know, because I wanted to see if he was
protecting her,
trying to protect
her, yeah.
because it was girls that were really attacking her.
Yes.
So, and that boy, he was wearing long trousers. He was carrying something, some fabric here.
So we're going to also answer Maka that sadly, because this is a juvenile nature, they are minors. Usually, this justice system tries to protect minors because of the chance of re-including them in society. Because it's also assumed, the law also assumes that their mental capacity cannot process their entire action yet.
Times have changed,
and so
we need to change that.
I agree, but maybe because we now have more wiser minors.
Is it wiser or they just have access to more information?
Yes,
not necessarily
not wiser, more informed young ones.
Yes.
More misinformed young ones, better put. Yes. Because they still have their prefrontal cortex delaying development, and so they still don't see it. I had a case of a young boy who had raped. He was 14 at the time. He slept with a 9-year-old girl, still at the juvenile at the time when we visited him too. And he says, we're asking him, because he had learnt a skill there, the one in Lagos here at Oregon, he had learnt shoemaking and everything. And we're saying to him that, do you still have, because he was saying, I have this, he had been groomed, so he says he has a sexual urge all the time. And so we're asking him, he says he still comes once in a while, but because now, where he is, there's no room for that, and that now is skill. So we're thinking, when we left, my partner and myself, if this boy grows to an adult, this is still a problem. You know? So the system has protected and dealt with it with the limits of a minor that he was, but then there's still a problem.
Still a problem.
You know, and so there's a need for that protection. What if he was fully reformed and he comes into society, but his name as a minor is now appearing on an adult's register of sexual
but let's take it back to the teachers, right? You know, because you mentioned the teachers. You know, parents should also take responsibility of now. Nobody wants you to discipline their child. Nobody wants you to use cane and flog the child on their palm or something like. We did not die. Our generation did not die. Our generation before us.
Sorry, Amma, can I interrupt you because we have a call and then we'll talk further. Glory from. Good morning, Glory. From
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Yes, ma. Good morning, ma. I'm a first-time caller, ma.
Oh, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. About this issue of bullying, I'll first talk about the phone issue first. Because sometimes I do look at junior school students taking phones. I'll be like, what are you guys taking the phone for? And it's not really our fault because I remember, I think 2020, because I went to a government school here, yes, high school to be precise, at Agege. So because of the online stuff, we had to join online classes, and that's when phone was, we had to use phone to join classes. And from there, we started using phone in schools, which the government somehow approved.
Yes. Oh, we lost Glory.
Sorry.
I think she was just trying to let us know how it started. I remember in 2020, we introduced the phones
online classes
to students, and since then it just became part of our lives. Yeah,
and we can see that is a huge problem. You know. So back to what I was saying. So in situations now where parents are not letting teachers actually be teachers. Because part of teachers, parents. Yes, because part of teachers' role is to parent. Because find out that kids spend so much time in school. If the children are spending so much time in school, away from you as a parent, that's supposed to be parenting, that means you're entrusting those kids to the teachers to parent. Then allow them parent. Do you understand? You cannot say, I don't believe this notion or this new age notion of do not discipline a child, do not flog a child. Miriam, flog has not killed anybody before.
You almost killed the child.
No, I'm coming. I mean, like, there should be restrictions to what body parts.
Everything must check.
Everything must have check. You must flog on the palm, under the leg, so you don't give maximum. But that does not mean that children should not be disciplined. Let me ask you a question now. So what form of discipline do children actually get now, in this day and age?
You can, my grandmother was a proprietress of a school. By the time you do a molokuya, when you do a molokuya for 30 minutes,
what's that?
Frog jump. Like this.
Okay, frog jump.
Not frog jump. You will go up and down.
The squatting.
Squat and if you do that for 30 minutes, that's discipline. Or you touch your finger with and raise one leg.
But the kids of today, they don't even know this thing you're talking about. They don't even know what is this.
Mothers
it's strange to them. They don't know these things. They'll tell them, go stay at a naughty corner. Nothing, okay, can just go and stand one place. That is not the punishment and discipline. This generation, do they know what is picking? Do they know that you have to go and cut grass as punishment? They don't know these things anymore in boarding houses. So these are the issues where if you cannot reward bad behavior and expect things to change.
We are rewarding bad behavior in government cycle.
You're so right. Let's take Ola from Alakuko. Good morning, Ola. Oh, Ola, please turn down the volume of your TV and listen to the phone directly.
Doesn't want to miss anyone.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Oh, no. Ola, we can't. You have to listen to us directly.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Turn down your TV.
He's done that.
Yeah. What happened is, since the day. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Since the day they stop corporal punishment in the school, that is when they destroy the lives of most of the students. When we are growing up, there is this respect between student and teacher. When you see your teacher coming, you behave yourself. But now, you see parents following his son or student to school, attacking teacher. That why will you beat my children? Why will you punish them for what? That is what is making them to misbehave now. Because you cannot expect a children giving birth to children. How would they train them? Majority of the parents now, they don't have training. So where do you expect them to get training to train their children? See, until we restore back corporal punishment back to school, let them know this is my teacher. They should respect their teacher. Majority of the secondary school students now, they don't respect their teacher anymore because they know that if teacher should do anything and report to my parents, they will come to school, they will fight. There was a time a parent was saying, after I'm paying school fees, so you don't have the right to touch my children. That is what is giving me all this rubbish. So the best is for government to do, they need to intervene in school now. Let's bring back corporal punishment back to school.
Okay.
Let there be punishment. Let's shape in the life of this generation, or else I'm scared what the next generation will be. Thank you.
Thank you, Ola, for your contribution.
Can I say something?
Okay, let's go on a short break. When we come back, then you can give us your opinion.
Hope you drank your 50 plus.
Let's go on a short break. We'll be back right after.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
You guys, this was just about Harrassing and Rema now. You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake vlogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
real? No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment. I low-key feel like an insider right now. I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always legit. Clock it. Clock it. You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. What you're trying to say to you is for your premium entertainment.
Thank you for staying with us. Just before we went on the break, we had the caller talking about
returning
corporal punishment back to school.
When he was saying install corporal punishment back to schools, the school that I saw inside that video, they have corporal punishment. Because a lot of the Lagos state schools, a lot of the public schools have corporal punishment. It does not stop them from bullying. It does not stop them. That Igbenidian school, I'm sure there is corporal punishment. Even if there will be, because the teachers are aware of what is happening now in that school. Nothing can convince me that the teachers are not aware of what is happening. That's corporal punishment now. That is not only, it has left corporal punishment and entered bullying. Because it's children doing it to children. But if the adults know about it, it has transcended to another level. So let us always look at that. So when we are saying restore corporal punishment, I'm not saying do not punish children. I'm not saying do not cane children because they caned me. What I'm saying is that don't give an evil person
limited or limitless power.
Who will you people did a parent yesterday that
mother
remove the hands,
fingers.
Yes.
And I'm sure she will feel justified in the nonsense she was doing. Because some people, they have coin.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying teachers, and I'm not sure that some teachers to have coin. So the stress that my husband gave me before I left the house is you that I will take it out on. So we have to be careful when we say corporal punishment.
I hear your word.
Those children that did that, all of them need mental evaluation.
Exactly.
All of them.
Okay.
So I
don't think we should be mentally evaluating those children.
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't be punished though. They should be punished, but you need to enter. Where is this coming from? What have you seen?
Yes.
That you are doing this and you think it is right.
Before you jump in, let me just say this, right? That I have. First of all, we've talked about social media and how this is affecting social media. I believe strongly that it is just social media showing us what has always been there. Even when I was in school, many years ago, we're all in school, we used to hear of some schools that acted like this, or a group of students in a school that would act like this. But I don't know if I ever heard of the kind of punishment that they got. It was almost like, this group of students, see what they did. Almost like, these are the powerful group of students. No, I'm telling I'm telling you, these are the things that you would hear. So it felt like for those who were not doing that, who were not being bullied, they were not the strong ones, they were not the smart ones. So you find some people saying when they get into schools, they wanted to be in these groups that they would not be bullied. So maybe we have to make it is it a conversation of some sort? To tell them what the consequences are, to show them what the consequences are, because we didn't get that. And I just also wanted to say about that corporal punishment. Let me add that so that you can discuss it together. The reason we took it out in the first place, there was a reason. It wasn't because our children were too well-behaved or, It was because we realized that people were using it to abuse our children. So there's still that issue of we talk about bullying, teachers that bully our children. We have that. We had a young girl who was an NYC, I think, whatever, and she was talking about how the children in her school said something to her that hurt her. She was so pained that she said she would have cursed them. We all agreed here that this was a girl that still needed to grow up a bit and understand how teaching works. So imagine now giving that sort of person the power to punish your children, however. So I don't think the problem is really about this corporal punishment or not. It's really making sure that you're giving the people the right tools, the right people, the right tools to use in helping to discipline your children. So Nima wanted to jump in.
Okay, so three layers. I wanted to quickly react to the issue of corporal punishment in schools. Sorry, the schools that we don't see.
Yes.
Just as I explained that, their minors' attitude. So the narrator usually are us who find it adventurous that our mates were able to get away with certain things. I was in command. We're a unity school on this side of the barracks in Ojo, and there was a boys' school and girls' school, which was the Lagos State government army school, public schools. And they were notorious for getting away with everything. They were our heroes. Every time the gist comes, we will be in love with them until we heard that some of the kids and some of our own kids were being, initiated into cultism. But our own school had a parade ground for assembly, as many as we were. They will use a loudspeaker and address every issue, including when one of our classmates died of abortion. Everything was discussed with us. So as a child, you're on the field, you're being talked to. We had a counseling and guidance department for every child that had mental health issue. That did something prepare your head to, after they must have beaten you blue black. By the time the army were done with your discipline, when you are in the counseling, you'll be, it's as if you are before Father.
So you're making my point. The point that you're making, that I said you're making, is that was your school. We know Command Secondary School. We know the sort of discipline. But there are many other schools like the other school that we still have today that don't get this sort of information that you receive to guide you to be a certain person.
We heard from classmates. We later heard from other classmates who were not happy of the kind of discipline they got there. We in our own school did not dare because of what we thought was worse. We didn't know what they were getting in their own side too was worse. They were also being locked up in guard room whenever they misbehave. But we didn't hear much of it because the narrators are usually students like us going up, that guy, he go do one thing, he do one that, and we'll be like, you know. And that's one part of it. There's also the multi-layer.
Before going to the second part, let me take this call from Emmanuel from Akute. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, beautiful women.
Good morning.
How's everything?
Fine, thank you.
I like this topic.
Okay.
One, you see, there is something that comes up in the Bible that says, if the foundation is rotten, what will the righteous one do? There are a lot of problems that have come into places. What do I mean? There is no longer moral in school again. They don't teach these children moral. They don't have the fear of God. Even the so-called teachers, they don't have the fear of God. How will you now impart in somebody when you have not built your foundation properly? All this punishment, beating, everything is abnormal. It's not normal. They are not animals. They can talk to them. So there's a woman that said something about guidance and counseling. How many schools are having that again? To be able to monitor and mentor the children. And they need psychologists to look at them. Some of these children might be having problems at home. And also, there are some things we don't really get right. Like I said, moral is number one. If a school has a standard, what do I mean in that aspect? School has a kind of a person that will be at the gate. And there is a system that shows that this thing is in you, even if they want to smuggle it in. We know that some standard schools are, but in the public nature, even teachers are the one doing what we call aiding and abetting to all these children. There's a lot of things we need to really put in place. So when those things are not rightly put into places, these are the things we'll be seeing. So I will not say beating or trying to maybe one parent. No, even some parents, they don't have standards. But when a child has gotten it right from somebody by trying to mentor, giving good moral to that child changes immediately. So that is just my own take. It's moral that we are lacking. That moral value. I don't have it again. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you. You have said the right. We do not, and that is a completely broken down system. We have a completely broken down system. We have no moral values, and it's the truth. That is why if somebody is a kidnapper and the money, the largesse of that kidnapper is reaching you,
you keep quiet.
The person will be
quiet.
We hate the person.
You just keep quiet.
If you collect money from a kidnapper, you are tantamount to a kidnapper too. Because you are aiding and abetting by keeping quiet. And because we do not have moral value, the only value we have in this society is money. When you have money, you are a king, no matter how you got that money. And if we don't change it, and that's why I will start again, I will go back to the politicians. That because they have so much money to
that they have access to
give people. So whether they are good or they are bad, once you have money to give me, you are a god, you are a king, you are a superhero, because you have that money to spend until we change that mindset.
Yes. But also remember that back in the day, like Catholic schools used to have standards that even Muslims used to send their kids to Catholic school because of the standard of morals found in those schools, right? But then I still want to come back to one thing. Whether you bring psychologists and counseling for children in school, your background, we are all products of our environment. Your background matters. Let me ask all of you on this table. Before you got married, people went for marriage counseling. whether it's the traditional one you do with your aunties or families, or the one they do in church, or with the imams and everything. They cancelled you on marriage or what your expectations as a wife and husband and all those things. Abi? Did anybody sit you down to counsel you on how to be a mother or a father? Nobody goes for counseling. We just assume that for the fact that we can produce and we can have children, automatically that makes us parents. Nobody goes for counseling on how to be a parent before having kids, one. Secondly, even when you now have kids and you're raising the kids, have you heard anywhere that you go somewhere to receive counseling and guidance on how to raise the child that you have? Whether it's a child that is behaving well, whether it's the one that is so fast, whether it's the one that is slow, whether it's the one that is stubborn. Do anybody provide counseling for parents on how to be parents and how to parent right? These are the issues. Regardless of anything that you want to do, you still take it back home. We're a product of our environment and we cannot run away from that.
But I hear that, right?
Nobody has, as far as I know, nobody has received counseling to be a parent in anywhere in the world that I know.
But change is constant, right? And then we've seen that now we've changed and this kind of society that we are living in now. So we now need, that is now a need.
Yeah, the person that won't counsel you don't counsel yourself.
Well, Nima, you were saying, I hear you, Amaka, and as much as these spaces that we have for counseling is important, I think what we do every day is more important. So I didn't do a special marriage counseling or whatever, but I saw people ahead. I was surrounded, my background was surrounded by people that live a certain way. So I think more emphasis on how we live our lives daily and how we interact with each other. But Nima, you were saying something, you were giving us different layers.
So I was saying that the solution to this, apart from, bringing back morals in school, is usually, continuous value, planting in values in the children. The school must have their standards for students as well as teachers, as well as are granting students, because that man talked about fearing your teachers. I don't think the best of teachers were those that were feared. They were those who were mentoring us. I talk about my teacher who was a lawyer, who ensured I became a lawyer, even though I had good parents. Mentoring those students, making these children have confidence to speak, and then finding out how they speak. So as a parent, if you were in your child's school and you find your child was in this group, do you take your child home to discipline your child? Or do you discipline your child as an example right there in school? I made a mistake. I said it once when a child ran to me when my daughter was in primary school and said my daughter had slapped a junior kid. And I had paraded her in front of the class immediately. I didn't listen to my daughter until the kid said, no, we were playing. The kid supposedly slapped. Was like, no, she was playing with me. I slapped her first. And so I apologized right there in front of my children, because the example is to groom and mentor those children right. So schools must start to do things deliberately around how children shift mindsets. And if we can, this new wave of our phones and the social media pages for our children, until they are mature enough to understand what they are watching and, make sense of what they see. Please, can we, do better?
Thank you so much, ladies. I think one message I've gotten from this conversation today is you and I and everyone else needs to do better. Before we start expecting our children to do better, they will not act outside of how we are. Exactly. And if we have leaders also who do not carry themselves properly, their people, their subject, they, would not do the same. So there's a lot on us that we need to do better. How do I relate to Tamaka if we're in a situation? If there's we have a disagreement, how do we resolve it? Do we always need to fight each other and pull our hairs before we resolve an issue? So our children are watching all these things.
And things that we say in front of our children.
Exactly.
That Nima, she has a big head. My child is listening. You know that Nima, I hate the way she behaves.
That's one thing I learned from my mom, and I do as well. You never talk about adults in front of children, and then you never talk about your friends and your family and whatever in front of your workers as well. It's none of their business. Learn to respect each other. And that's all we can take on the topic for today. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look at our second topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Content. Scan the QR code on your screen right now.
You guys, Please, what's the gist about Harrassing and Rema now? You day wine. It's all over my FYP. But me, I don't know, Sha. Because fake logs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now. And they just dropped the update.
Are you for
Oh, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like, they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh. And that's on period.
Like, I just aligned with them like last week. And almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment. I low-key feel like an insider right now. I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first, always legend. Clock it. Clock it. You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow.
To keep believing.
To keep building. To keep hoping.
Now.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. So the nation's social media space is now awash with shocking immorality, nudity, sexual acts, and live streams that defy all restraint. Many engage in these despicable acts with alarming impunity. But now it has reached an unthinkable level. A woman was seen sexually harassing a toddler during a live stream session. What can we do to stop this dangerous trend? Or has this become the new norm in our society? What is fueling this worrisome trend? Has the society lost its value and dignity? Before we dive deeper into these obnoxious acts that have engulfed our online space, we want to hear from you. Ladies, what was your reaction when you saw, these shameful videos? And just how did you respond to it? Of course, we'd like you as well, our viewers, to join the conversation on 0201-635-2013 or 0902-416-3440. You can still tweet at us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC, and we're still streaming live on YouTube. What do we say?
Thank God to the
live
lady
stream
that shared the video. She had given me like a so I couldn't watch it.
Okay.
As I'm going to sit here now, I'm going to just assume what happened based on her narrative, because there was short video, but there I couldn't finish.
I watched it.
I couldn't. I was too scared to finish it.
I wish I watched it, and I wish I can unwatch it. Right? It's traumatizing because I was really outraged this morning when I saw that. And to start with, because it's obvious this has crossed into serious harm and criminal behavior. And it's so funny how the perpetrator, does not even realize that they are doing something wrong.
Were they aware?
Yes, I said that's that's because after being outraged, everything, I said, okay, calm down, as in, take a minute and think about this. And I was watching her facial expression on what she was doing. And to her, it's normal, right? And then I asked myself, okay, a human being came up with a platform. Because someone has the platform where people live stream. See this streaming thing? Someone came up with a platform where people can post and live stream. You know, like, when you post nasty videos, then after a while, social media will take it down. But this one, when you live stream it, nobody is taking it down now because it's just going there. People are now recording on their phones or whatever, right? So someone created a live stream where people can come and do nonsense and commit crimes. And a woman put her child on the bed and was performing oral stuff on the child. And not just that she was doing that, people were watching, people were connected to watching, and not just that they were watching it, people were paying her in dollars and foreign currencies. So because I asked myself, I said, okay, why? I asked myself the why. Why is this thing happening? Why is this person doing this thing? Because this platform is not just this person that is doing this thing. So many people are doing the same thing on this platform because people are subscribing to it and paying for it. So they are perverts that sit down. They need this kind of content. They're willing to pay for it. So is it hunger? Lack of value? What is a perversion? What's that thing that will make a mother keep her toddler of a child and you're performing oral stuff on that child to make money?
That's it.
No morals.
Disgusting.
So, it brings me back to...
the lack of morals we're saying. It's all about money.
It brings me back to the social media shaping culture, and we're joking about it.
Hey.
This used to be a thing of shame. If one mother had this habit, she would hide it.
I didn't even know that there were mothers that
pedophilia wasn't popular. Yeah. It happened though, but the pedophiles found ways to hide the behavior. Yes. Now, with Epstein, who have promoted it, people are reading it. A lot of people, you see, you become numb to the emotion of reaction over time. You've heard it so much. Right. So look at the killings. Our politicians don't even know what to do again. It's share rice, react, condemn, pay medical bills, move on, do not secure, do not train, do not, negotiate foreign influences of our country, protect our land, still you go back and take instruction and we'll continue the cycle. And so you become numb over time to these things. This now is one social media platform. I was reading about the founder of one social media platform, OnlyFans, dying at 40-something. But the damage he created by creating that platform outlived him. Marriages don't sustain. People no longer, there's nothing.
Children and parents have gone separate ways.
And if you are on that platform with this child, you have platform and you have views and you get paid to damage that child and create a cycle where he damages the next generation. And we are looking at it and it's just happening because we are all numb. I don't know how we sleep, but I palpitate just thinking that, they are on the phone for long. They are on, how I will be at work sometimes and the TV at home, all the TV at home is connected to a Wi-Fi. If I'm going out, sometimes I knock the Wi-Fi in such a way that no matter what they do, they never get connected. If I fail to do that, I'll be at work. I'll be telling you, I think I should have a half day because they're on holiday, because I want to quickly get home so that I've not seen 1,000 shots. But you see how addictive shots are. They don't even know. The kids don't know. I'll come back. I'll be like, who watched all this on history? The history will not even be able to capture what has happened in 1 hour. They say, no. I even like Bobo, all the adventure to the moon and back. That's his own shots. But the other shots, the streaming platform for movies.
And some of these things pop up on their regular...
They give them, because you have also... The pages that are for biners is what I have approved. And so the suggestions keep popping up. There was a day I came home. This boy don't watch Ants project. 25 different types of somebody building a tank and putting sand and putting food and ants were building. And by the time I came back, I beg. All my bed, they scratch me. Make you not bring ants come here because I know he was filled in his head. And so all of this social media laxity that we have, the liberty we think, oh, no, they'll find out, they'll figure it out themselves. I pray, because we figured out some things ourselves. Our parents did not know some of the things we were able to read and watch.
But we had a strong sense of what is good and what is bad.
So
that
they kept giving us. But the news and boom, we will wrap it with newspaper.
Yes.
While my mother says, are you in the shop? I'm the one in the shop today. That's your happiest day because while you're attending to all our customers, your book is there. She said, you didn't read your book? Yes, mommy. Yes, mommy. It's wrapped in a newspaper and put inside an exercise book. So we did some things we're not proud of, but we figured out some things ourselves.
Yeah.
And now I don't want to just leave my child knowing that there are some of my friends who pay dearly for trying to figure out themselves.
I can't believe that this is what we're discussing. That there's in our lifetime that somebody will have child pornography and pedophilia streaming live.
And people are gifting. Oh, God.
We have to remember that not everybody is the same. If we remember that not everybody is the same, because is it not in this world that you have serial killers? Is it not in this world that you have serial rapists? There are people who have perverse minds. Now, my daughter does not allow anything, YouTube, nothing for her children. Why? Because especially with children's channels, nonsense pops up. And if your child is left alone, the possibility that they may click
and be enjoying,
you have shot ahead of the ones where the children commit suicide on live TV.
Yes, it's raining now.
You have heard where they are sexually abusing children on live TV. It is because people are perverse. They are perverse people. There is nothing we can do about them except try and find them and
end them.
No, why can't we must regulate society now?
I'm not saying don't regulate. I am saying this woman has found herself in that
she has found her tribe of mad people.
So she's there with them. Her face is there now. They can find her, arrest her.
They say she's in Edo State.
She's in Edo State.
So they can find that woman and her like.
Yes.
But they exist. The only way is to regulate social media, especially for children.
You know, YK, this conversation reminds me of many years ago in my 20s. I sat down with a few, aunties and we're discussing. The story had just broken of a man who had, an Oyinbo man who had kidnapped his children, his daughters, locked them up and had been abusing them over the years. And I sat down there with my full chest saying to them, this can never happen in Nigeria. This is not a Nigerian problem. It is only Oyinbo people that have this kind of mindset. Black people don't have this kind of mindset. Our own mindset really is to protect each other. I cannot believe that I am sitting down here and I'm taking this story. And this is the second story we've taken this year of a mother abusing her child. The first one we took was the baby father found pictures of videos and he reported it. This one, that she had the audacity to live stream it. Okay, so what next?
What next? Because, because like I said, we don't have values. Because
no, I'm saying what next, as authority? What have we done?
No, this is a criminal offense now. The Child Rights Act.
The child should be taken.
So everything, the child should be taken now. That one has ended.
So the reason why I'm asking,
that the child
when this happens abroad, when they catch you with the semblance of child pornography, it looks like you were looking towards that lane. Your life is gone.
Now,
everything as you know it is destroyed.
Of course.
Many Hollywood stars who have found themselves have killed themselves because they know that once the authorities get you, you're gone. But we're living in a country, because the reason I'm saying that all this is tied together, we're living in a country that we've lost our morals completely.
But you think
it's just about money.
You think our laws don't take away their lives also?
Our laws, but how have we implemented it?
They're implementing
Somebody is able to pay money somewhere and then this case is thrown out.
This person provided the evidence that would tie them down. This prosecution. If prosecution were to get them, if the state government to get them arrested and the state prosecutes this crime against this woman, that's the end of the woman. Now. And the child loses the only parent we know for now. Hopefully there's a same parent somewhere.
There's no, it's best that the child loses
because the parents has two parents, the child must have two parents. We are praying that the father is the same parent.
Let me take this call from Grace.
Oh yes,
Grace is calling us from Ojo. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, beautiful lady.
Well, fine, thank you.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
I want to say thank you. Thank you for your show. The show has impacted me. I'm sure people who listen but I've gotten one or two lessons from the stories people bring up here every day. I want to tell you a very big thank you for everything you're doing for you young girls, older women, and teenagers.
Thank you, Grace.
So, I think, in my opinion, like Amaka said, this child, firstly, I think this child should be taken away. The government should take this child away.
Yes.
Like, that woman is not even supposed to be called a mom. Because tell me why. Now, I'm trying to understand that I am a mother, so I'm just trying to understand. I'm irritated when I see people do. Now, not to talk more of doing that to my own child. It's uncouth, it's disgusting. In fact, I don't even think that woman should even be called a human being.
I agree.
Because why? And again, I think the problem we are having, like Nina has been saying, social media validation and what they call restriction. Yes, that could help. But how about we parents? What are we teaching our children? You know, these people, like we now, like we that are mature, that are middle-aged women, right? We were once children. What did they teach us? What did we learn? Like, we see how some of us are not even their children, giving birth to children. So how do you teach them what to do? Sometimes these people, these adults that behave the way they behave, they don't behave like this because they want to. They behave like this as a result of things they have seen, things their parents have decided not to tell them. Previously, before now, you hardly see a mom or a dad that will speak their boy child, their girl child, and tell them, oh, this is wrong, you have to do this, this should be done, this should not be done. Some of our parents shy away from this conversation. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that we now, as we have grown children, teenage children, we should be able to tell them these things. Let them know these things. Like in my child's school, he came up, I think, before some few weeks ago. And then they were singing, if you touch my private part, I will tell. This is what they teach them in school. But in our days, we find out that they don't teach us these things in school. So what I'm saying is that we should inculcate it because in 10, 15 years to come, these teenage boys, these teenagers will become parents as well.
Thank you, Grace.
So I think we should put them as educators.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Grace.
I couldn't really hear her.
Yeah. I know that this is, you know, as I was saying earlier, this is just scary. I don't understand it. Every time I talk about the abuse that people get from children, get from adults, that's one. Then from the person that is supposed to protect you and love you the most, that's supposed to be your guardian angel on earth, that one is definitely a mental health issue. Some form of insanity.
Might be even so stupid, Miriam.
You think it's just stupidity?
She might be even so stupid that she believes she's doing what she's doing. Yes.
She's creating content to make money.
Yeah, and she's making money. She's going to use the money to feed the child. She might be that stupid.
She might come out tomorrow morning and say, it was just film. It wasn't meant to. There was no real action happening. Remember the one that said he was giving her child one alcohol. Sachet alcohol, and said no. The husband said no, they had poured coke. That's why the child loved it so much. Remember?
You know, she can be that stupid. If you look at her, she even looks stupid.
Uneducated. Do you need like special Western education to know? Even culturally, don't we have?
Mariam, these things have been here since, so right?
Yes, so
all these things are pedophilias and everything. All this nonsense, they've been there, right?
Culturally, as Nigerians,
even culturally, as Nigerians, a lot of nonsense have happened. But the fear and my fear right now is now the fact that we don't have shame anymore.
Shame loss.
And that we're now making money, profiting from it. Don't you understand? All these things have been here before. But it's the fact that we're now emboldened to the point where,
we need to address this. So we need to address this thing. It's bad enough that the ones that we not address this social media nonsense.
So you're saying that there are some families that they don't see that this is a problem, or there are some communities that don't see this as a problem.
So if your child is a boy shirtless, and is playing along the street, you know, some mothers will say, they will just tap the boy's chest as joke because it's supposed to be a boy. I was saying to my son recently, I said, you know, these are your private parts. I said, but I'm a boy now. I said, no, every part of you is private. You cannot allow people. So these things have always existed because you see some adults playing. There was a time somebody was trying to hold my daughter's hand. And she was like, leave me. Apparently every time I send her on errand, that person does the same thing. And so I was like, if she doesn't want to be held, why don't you leave her? I said, I'm just playing with her. I said, no, but she's not playing with you. You know, some adults excuse some of these things. So what Amaka is saying is, now that we are now forced to see people, you know, put this for commercial purpose, as in promote the abuse.
That's the fear.
That's what is worse because popularizing something wrong, even religiously, is so bad. The Prophet says, I think it's the Quran. I can't remember the verse right now. If Muslims are watching, help me. Allah says there are sins that He will never forgive.
I'm sure this
one of the sins He says He will never forgive is that if you were a bad person and you are ashamed that you're evil, every time you come for remorse, He will forgive you faster than you come to Him. But when you're doing a bad thing and then you find it promotable, He will never be forgiven. Because, and look at the rationale behind it, is that when you promote it, you popularize the evil more. You are not the only one they are now dealing with. You worsen society. Because what this woman has done, they say, na Edo, we are coming from a lot. Governor, we are coming from a lot. If you have not checked, Italy was put inside our name. Prostitution was used to describe Edo people. I remember walking around university, somebody would say, you covering hijab, Edo girl, you are an average prostitute. Please, we are coming from a lot. We cannot allow this person be the example of our society. It cannot be. Make this person the scapegoat to sanitize society. Find her, prosecute her, and publicize it. That's how bad it is.
Nima. This, because I was going to talk about this Edo thing, because a lot of parents also sold their children from this for prostitution. And they didn't see it as wrong. They felt they were helping their children
to make it
go abroad to do this thing.
There's nothing that's sacred. As long as I can use it to make money, it's fine.
No.
We go back to culture. The morals in our society. Why is money so? Money has removed all our values. You know, having money, everyone just wants money. I don't care how I get it. Let me just get it. And when I get it, everybody hails me.
Once they hail you, so I wanted to explain to you. So in those days, you will hear that I told you about my family friend Doris, who was smuggled. By the time she got to Togo and found out it was prostitution, the girl made sure whatever way she found her way back, including getting into a truck, lying underground, not from there to Nigeria, and they passed Lagos and took her to Ibadan. My point is that this girl was raised in a morally upright home and knew that what they were taking her was wrong. But when the prostitution now became permissive in the Edo then, was because the madams would come and flaunt the proceeds as opposed to, you know, telling them the truth of what their daughters will go through. The initial parents thought, oh, my daughter is going to get a job abroad. They'll break a foreign currency and make our lives better. But when they found out what they were doing, so the madams, to popularize it, flaunted wealth in an unforgiving way that people will say, this suffer too much, make yourself go learn. But it's sure and way now, involve me. Those are the slangs. Till the girls were now coming out to say what their eyes are seeing. Some parents died, their picking if you come out. Before the Oba of Benin placed a curse on it. And these things limited. It's not that because it has stopped. Now girls are out of choice choosing. This compared to poverty, I choose. You know, people are still doing it. But you cannot now paint their own states with a brush. Because you can't even paint my own people and get 60% of them with that brush and say that that's the people. But now this thing is popular. It's happening little by little. What we permit becomes popular and becomes our description, which is why it must now be tamed immediately. Make a scapegoat of this woman, and I'd love to be the promoter of the scapegoat, the example that she's made of.
I love that.
You know, because we have laws.
Yeah, I love how you put it, because, you know, these OnlyFans that you mentioned earlier, most of them is just young girls doing the most sexual,
with themselves,
indecent acts on that platform, and then people are paying for them. Men, they say that the number of men that pay, that subscribe to it, is quite a lot. And then when you sit down with these girls, because there are platforms where these girls are asked why they do what they do, they'll tell you, I'm making this amount of money.
I'm rich.
They are now, we've gotten to a point where their mothers are encouraging them to be on this platform. So it's true. It's not just a Nigerian thing. It's a world thing where money is now everything. It does not matter how you make it. There was one incident of a girl who did, that story went viral one time, she was going to break a record. I don't think it was Guinness Book of Records, but she was going to break a record of having the most men
sleep with her. They honored that one now.
That's what we're doing in our world.
But instead of punishing that girl, because I hated that story and how it ended, I followed that story. She had promoted that 1,000 or 100 men. She was made a youth ambassador. Whatever way, instead of promoting her punishment as opposed to reform society, I felt she was rewarded. Because and the promoters of it, they sort of try to explain it away, but this girl knows reform. She's still the worst example.
Too much freedom. And okay, now we're talking about the girls and everything, right? Let me tell you something. Anything that is not commercially viable will end.
Somebody's buying it.
Anything that is not commercially viable. The reason why prostitution and all these things are viable is because they have customers. And what are these customers? Pervasive men. With money. We have to take away the root cause.
Don't blame only men. There are women.
So both men and women. People that are paying for these things, for these contents, for these kind of things. That's the main issue. Because as long as we don't deal with the root cause, there will be people that want to service that to get that money.
That woman.
People are disgusting. We have so many disgusting people that you think that they are good, prominent people, but they smell. Yes.
Do we have any comments on that?
We do. What it says, but not only if reported, they monitor it, so hence they allow it. Now ask yourself why the thousands of viewers who tuned in never reported it.
Exactly.
Somebody did.
I was going to say the people that watched it too deserve to be arrested.
Yes. Score Michael says prostitution was glorified and glamorized in Edo State, and that led to it. He said, this one says, Ladidi says, poor innocent baby. I wonder what will happen to him if he gets to know later what his mother did to him. About what his mother did to him. Of course, he's going to have mental issues. NAPTIP and other agencies on human child rights security agencies should also adopt profiling social media accounts to arrest offenders of defined criminal acts. God bless Olawale Dada for saying this. So we had Last Copa on the show. I watched the show, and he was saying that at the time they started, all those calling out on social media, they will go to your page and ask you, bring your reports. Yes. Because whenever I hear the police say, oh, this thing is trending on social media, it doesn't concern us, it breaks me. The sexual whatever agency in Lagos, City Vivers agency, does social media profiling. These kind of things, they cannot just watch it and pass. And you know, when this lady was posting this and said, this person is in Edo State, I'm wondering, NAPTIP is in every state. And I know that Edo has already, you know, domesticated the Child Rights Act in Edo as well. So what exactly, which agency is behind this? Why are we doing the hot topic as opposed to talking about her being arrested like the Imo State woman who had balled somebody's hand and we took her case from a court charge?
Perspective.
You know, why can't we have that? You know, is it because it is social media? And I don't believe that there's nobody that they cannot track. With these police that we pay money to track and arrest every time, there's nobody they can't find.
No, they used to use them to go and arrest somebody who abused your mind.
Thank you so much, ladies.
That's what they use the police for.
I'm worried for our world. And then you think you're raising children in this world. So you do your best to raise your children, you know, with the best that you know, and then you release them into the world and they have to interact with people like this. And just,
well, it's been like that now.
No, why can let me explain to you the
social media that I exposed it.
Why can I tell you the difference? I used to say that when we were growing up, when we watched TV programs, they were educative and they they encouraged morals. They were deliberate and intentional about making sure that we became good human beings. But now there are just so many things. So our parents could just leave us. They knew that we're getting the best from TV. Our neighbors were trying their best. But now,
TV used to allow women to wear short skirts so that
I watched a film. I watched a film when I was a kid.
Sorry, Waike, we have to go now.
Wait,
we'll talk about it after we go home because we've completely run out of time. Thank you so much, ladies, for today. Our viewers, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did today. And see you tomorrow for another interesting edition. Bye for now.
I watched a film.